This recording is to give you a quick overview of how the doctor's role looks on eDoctor Africa. First comment is a doctor always uses a web browser or a mobile app. Once a doctor's logged in, and I'm using the web view here, you can see on the left there's a menu for home, schedule, patients consulted, total patient list, consultations with doctors, people who assist the doctor, and reporting for the doctor in terms of remittances. At the top are control buttons. This is for emergency health calls. Right, so if I click that, you can see Rebecca Juliana called on December 13th looking for assistance. If I click that button, it'll open an outbound call back to Rebecca. Right, let's try to call her, and there comes up the video call to speak to Rebecca. So let's just close that. This is to go to customer support, right? Same as for patients. This is a notification queue to doctors. So there was a request for an appointment from Louise Sivelek, all right, and here I can share my appointment link. All right, so each doctor has a unique URL which can be used to set a meeting with the doctor. And this one is for managing the doctor's calendar and schedule. So home button will give me a mini calendar, color-coded to show days where there are appointments, current day, and of course I can move backward and forward through there. This is an inbox for the doctor. So here is Louis, who has a request for an appointment. If I click on the appointment card, I get the details for the appointment. I'm going to go back. And the doctor can approve it, reject it, reschedule it. You'll see I'm now on the active patient list, and there are columns for waiting, approved, cancelled, and consulted. Okay. I want to just walk through how the appointment types work. So the appointment types, think of this as the types of services the doctor offers. The important thing here is that these are the things that patients can select. So if a doctor does not set any appointment types, they can't meet with anybody. So firstly, they need an appointment type, and secondly, they need to open places in their schedule for specific appointment types. So for example, this one here, this is already allocated to a person. This one here is not allocated, right? And if I'm on the doctor's schedule and I want to say that the doctor is available, for example, at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday the 15th, right? If I try to add time here, I have to pick a consultation template. So the consultation templates is the first starting point. So let's start with that. Consultation templates, there's a plus button. Once it's created, you can add it to the calendar, you can edit it or delete it. You can see they're color-coded, there's a description of them, and there are three things about the consultation type. The one is, what is the mode of consultation? So is it in person at a location? Is it online as a chat or online as a video? Second thing is duration, and third thing is price. And if it is offline, in other words, it is in person, then there's also a location which is necessary. And the location comes from the doctor's profile. So let's take a quick look at that. Let's imagine that the test doctor is wanting to make himself available to do a physical examination at the doctor's rooms for the purpose of, let's say, taking blood samples. Okay? So it's going to be a consult and blood samples. The doctor knows that he needs 25 minutes for this. He's going to choose to color it this color. I'm going to mark it as an offline consultation, and because of that, I need to pick an address, and the address has to come off of my profile. If I haven't put in a location, none will be available and that won't work. And I'm going to charge for this service $5, right? And then I'm going to save it. So you'll see it now gets added into my list, right? So here it's flagged as waiting for approval because there's an administrative approval for that. On another screen, I'm going to quickly approve that just so that we can use it, right? Okay, so that's approved, and I get a message saying that it's been approved by the administrator. Once that's done, I'm able to refresh the page. So I might need to refresh the page to activate it. Here you go, and I can use this button here. So again, I'm using this button here to add it to the calculator. So I'm going to make, now when it comes to using an appointment type, you've got to think about which times the doctor's available. So let's imagine the doctor's only at his rooms at the labs for that purposes to do that type of appointment type on one day of the week, so only on Fridays, commencing from at the beginning of December, and this will run through let's say until the end of February, and you'll be there every Friday, and only available in the afternoon from 2 to 2:25, so one appointment slot a day. Right, so once we do that, and we go and take a look at the calendar, you can see this is now available, color-coded, and it will appear on the doctor's schedule. So that's all for now. That tells you a little bit about how the appointment setting works, and you can go and as a doctor, go and test this yourself. Just a comment about the profile. In the About Me, in the General section, you will see that there is a location block, and in this location block the doctor must add locations for offline consultations, otherwise the offline consultations won't work. That's all for today.